So, are you ready? Send me some love and hello, friends. Today I'm going to be a little bit of a different Stephen Ritz. I'm going to be a little more slow, a little more deliberate, because this is the opportunity for me to live my dream. It's really talking about schools and children. And purpose is your inner light. We all have purpose, and you have the power to turn that switch on. And for me, it's all about the Green Bronx Machine classroom curriculum, inspiring healthy living while inspiring healthy learning at the same time to make epic happen. So we collectively have this superpower through this amazing bit of technology called the Tower Garden. And it's my job to help you get one into every single school in America. And the way to do that is to turn it not into a garden, but into a teaching tool. So the Green Bronx Machine classroom curriculum is over 300 pages. I've got a copy of it right here. It's this big, massive binder that sits on my desk. It's bound. It's beautiful. And it uses a Tower Garden to teach science, math, social studies, language arts, computer science, art, cooking, homework, projects, test prep, everything that you could possibly need. And it's a link to programs around the world. And we have data that shows that schools who use it, and again, schools who use the curriculum in partnership with the Tower Garden, see a 45% increase in state tests year over year. So what is the curriculum based on? It has to do with agency. It has to do with research and evidence, an engaged community, a climate of achievement. And that's what this is about. I want to walk you through so you know what the offering is. And again, first and foremost, to my homeschoolers, I know you're out there. Stay patient. I got you, and we are working, and I want your input. This curriculum was based on my years of being in the classroom and being an educator and an administrator looking at data. So that's how we designed it. But homeschoolers, I have you, and we're going to get this thing done for you guys over this summer. So you'll see it's a very rigorous table of contents, and it's designed to use the Tower Garden each and every day if you want, each and every class, for some classes, after school, during lunchtime, but it is an all-you-can-eat buffet. It is available digitally online. Everything that you see that has in bold is a hyperlink, and it literally goes through a 9-week process. And those 9 weeks involve all kinds of lessons that go from literally seed to table, to tummy, and then get kids doing them again and again and again. It comes with color-coded lessons to support that week. Each and every week, it comes with standards alignment, differentiation tools, all the materials that you'll need. This is literally everything that you need. It is a guide to success in schools with children using the Tower Garden as the point of entry for everything. Of course, the coolest thing is that done right, this will be a tool for you, for the sales field, to get multiple bites at the apple, to not put one Tower Garden in a school, but to have success and have a tool that lives at the school so they come back and buy more and more and more. And then you can go in and engage with parents and faculty and students about the other wealth of products that you're involved with. But my goal is to inspire your business by letting me do what I do. And you notice in our curriculum, we push right back to you guys. So we want to grow something greater together. You'll see that we start with a fresh start from the beginning, essential questions. There's a lot of fresh start tips. Every time a teacher sees a cheese hat and a bow tie, it's me talking to them. There are simple tips, but this goes for hundreds of pages. Every lesson comes with a learning target, an assessment and reflection strategy, differentiation strategies. And what that means is learners in the class are different. It's hard enough for a teacher to figure out what to do with the Tower Garden, much less talk to 30 different children. So we have done it for you. And we even come up with an exit ticket for each and every day and each and every lesson. So right on the spot, teachers understand what their children have learned. You'll notice if the state comes in, if a supervisor comes in, each and every lesson is standards aligned. And let me be clear, the number one person buying buying Green Bronx Machine curriculum from Green Bronx Machine are principals who give it to their teachers simply because they know what they're doing each and every day. And it's an easy tool to manage. You'll notice every lesson has vocabulary, materials, links to the Tower Garden website, all kinds of amazing things. We give a suggested way to run a 45-minute plan. Some teachers love it. Some teachers use part. But again, each and everything here is designed to inspire healthy living, inspire healthy learning. And every time about the Tower Garden and the techniques about it, we point back to Tower Garden. How many of you out there are excited about that new Growers Guild? I love it. And that's just one example of the commitment that Tower Garden is putting forth going forward to make this program a success. We have an appendix, a resource, and you'll see the number one thing is pre and post project surveys. We rigorously, Green Bronx Machine rigorously collects data and encourages teachers to. The most important thing is the pre and post surveys somewhat mimic the children's health study in that regard. So if you get children who are succeeding in school academically and growing vegetables, it gives you, the field, an opportunity to go back and talk about a wealth of other products that you can talk about and sell to them. It comes with a very extensive table of contents for resources. Everything a teacher needs is laid out, it's provided, it's branded. And I'm going to show you some of the things that we focus on in this curriculum. We focus on journal writing using a Tower Garden. We focus on reservoir tracking, which is basically understanding volume and measurement and liquid measure. We focus on Tower Garden mapping, understanding what you can grow. The children really get excited when they learn what they can grow. We focus on letter writing. Again, this is real school, so it's not the science. Tower Garden, James, Katie, they got you. There are a million great growers out there. My job is to take your great technology and link it to brilliant academic outcomes. We teach kids to debate. We teach them to do all of this using the Tower Garden, writing a lab report, creating word problems. So this is whole school. We do a lot of science and test prep. And literally we have children submitting data so we can help teachers in real time, not only teach to the test, but teach children correctly to self-correct and understand where the errors in calculation are happening. And this was years of research. You see that at the end, we have the children compare their pre-program to their post along eating vegetables, understanding nutrition, growing food in school, less water, growing food vertically, and growing food to feed the class, which is really awesome. We're creating a very kind of robust sense of social emotional learning. And this is great. The survey has appendixes that we teach teachers how to analyze the data. When we designed this was pre-COVID, when every school did not have access to the internet. We've taken it to a whole nother level because, believe it or not, now we do it digitally. So we can literally have a network of schools online sharing and communicating best learnings, what they're eating, what they like to eat. These are the Google links that we use. These links are not active. But I just want to share how rigorous what we do with teachers are. We have teaching protocols, communication protocols. Now you'll see this link back here. This link is open on the Green Bronx Machine website as we speak. This is week by week, open source, free training for teachers that literally come in 4 to 6 minute videos that train them how to use the Tower Garden, a curriculum that is. We want them to go to you guys for advice on the Tower Garden and us for advice on curriculum. These videos have been seen tens of thousands of times. We teach correspondence, and the most important thing is Lizette and we have a new data management system, manage all of this. We do the work, we do the maintenance, we do the data, we do the communication, we do the correction, and you, as the rep, get all the credit for bringing this program to a school. And literally 675 schools in the United States right now, we have 100% teacher satisfaction. The thank you letters that we're getting are amazing. So I want to talk a little bit about data. I want to show you what we can demonstrably prove and what the evidence shows, because this program with a Tower Garden works. And it doesn't just work in New York. It works anywhere and everywhere. I'll talk a little bit about academics, letter writing, pie charts, bars, graphing, liquid measurement. 9 weeks before, this was the average performance rate in schools across the country. 9 weeks later, look at that demonstrated growth. And that's just the first 9 weeks. We've done this again and again and again. We want children to understand what growing food is like. Most students don't know how to do it. They don't know about growing food vertically. They don't know that plants require nutrients to grow. 9 weeks later, look at the data. The thing that's really important to me and probably most parents out there is eating habits. Percentage of students who talk about healthy eating with their families, understanding diabetes, heart disease, and obesity, and how to define and create a delicious meal and nutritious meal. This is data that is indicative of across America. After the Green Bronx Machine curriculum, 9 weeks later, these are the results we see. Eating outcomes. We've seen 100% of students report an increase in the consumption of fresh fruits and vegetables. Think about what these kind of outcomes can do for you and your Juice Plus business as you seek to speak to teachers, future partners, future distributors, PTAs. This is literally the license to walk in and do everything, and teachers love it. These are the results that teachers have reported to us in 675 schools. And this is the kind of thing that really gets teachers excited. Now, I want to talk about what principals and superintendents say. I promise to talk a little slowly, but I get the sense I'm moving a little quick. So I want to let you know, all of you by the end of this call will have downloadable access to this information. So sit tight. But when you see principals and superintendents love the program, as an administrator, what does it mean to you that our curriculum, the only curriculum in America that comes with no tiered fees and annual subscriptions, this is generous. It means everything. Stability and longevity are key to a program taking root in a school. You get this curriculum once, and the school gets free refills for life. And what do we see again and again? Once they have that curriculum, they come back and they buy more towers because they love it. What do principals report? Teachers love the program. A lift in engagement for the most vulnerable students. Students ate veggies. I can go on and on and on, and I'm not going to, because what I want to do is get to how I can help you. And how I can help you is literally, this program is being used across the country. That is the New York State Commissioner of Education. When you look at some of the accolades that this program has won, including 6 Anthem Awards and 2 back-to-back Social Innovation Awards, I want to share a 2-minute video with you that if this doesn't get you or a teacher excited, I don't know what will.
Children across the country are faced with poor nutrition and lack of access to healthy foods. In many impoverished areas, fruits and vegetables are not a staple in their homes. And without access to healthy food, students have trouble focusing and learning in school. Not only are we facing a problem with obesity and diabetes, but it also really impacts their ability to learn.
Green Bronx Machine is an incredible indoor urban agricultural education program that tries to teach kids how to grow, prepare, and cook healthy, fresh fruit in their classroom, and then apply that knowledge to the world around them.
And you get all
Mr. Ritz has taken something that he saw happening in the community where he lives and said, if these kids, if I can help them learn about the food that they're eating, it will not only help them with their physical health and well-being, it also impacts their mental well-being.
The program tackles several tricky problems with one intervention. One is, how do we help our kids eat better? The second is, how do we have learning feel exciting? And the third is, how do we teach kids that when you invest in growing something, there are rich rewards? And it feels to me that Green Bronx Machine does all those 3 things in a really innovative and creative way.
This hyper-local approach has been extremely effective. He's creating a model that is replicable and that can help lift up the entire community.
In 2020, the Green Bronx Machine produced over 5,000 pounds of produce. And what's incredible is the students now have a 91% passing rate of the New York State Science exam.
There's so much data to show that kids learn by doing. Not only does it help them do better in school, but it helps them think about how they might want to spend the rest of their lives.
These kids are learning in a hands-on way about how to grow food, and almost by accident. It's sort of like the spinach buried in the ice cream. They're learning about math and science and how to work together. I'd love to see the program brought to schools across the country.
I would love to meet Stephen Ritz someday because he seems like a remarkable human being. And I just love the way that he's gone deep in his community and created such incredible results.
So that's something that gets teachers wanting to know more. And of course, we've connected them all around the world. The media that this program, third-party accolades, has generated, all you've got to do is tell someone to do a simple Google search and take a look. But what I want to do is focus on how to make children their own hero and how to make you a hero for them, because literally that is the power of now. And nobody is more excited about now than I am. I couldn't be more thrilled to be working with James and Katie and Sebastian. And I think you get a sense of my excitement, both in email and whenever I get online. So I want to walk you through what this offering is very specifically. And then I'm going to show you a couple of ways that I think to sell it, both as a teacher and as an administrator. So what do you get? You're getting 300 pages and 600 active links. You're getting lessons in math, science, literacy, specials, fully differentiated and all standards aligned. This is a dream for a beginning teacher. This is a dream for an administrator who has new teachers, because it takes you all the way through. You're getting all the materials, the rubrics, the exit tickets and evaluations. It is a one-stop shop. You're getting unlimited professional development. You're getting access to videos. You're getting access to me. We have this incredible database, which I'll talk to you about, in data management. And you get it, you just buy it once. No annual fees, no tiered subscriptions. Now, similar programs across the United States, and don't believe me, get online and research, go for $15,000 to $24,000. That's what they sell. And then they add annual fees, and then they add labor costs, and then they add tiered subscriptions. You are offering the opportunity of a lifetime for only $13.49 complete. And I almost feel like the guy saying, wait, there's more. But there is more, because that's my commitment to all of you. We're going to get data. We're going to build the biggest network of connected schools doing gardening program in the country. We're going to create dashboards where at the touch of a button, we can see who's growing what, where. We're going to have connected classrooms. I've been doing this already. We're going to create ambassadors. I'm going to start putting out grants once a month, grants from $500 to $500,000. And I'm going to be posting them bi-monthly on the Green Bronx Machine website. And then in meetings like this, I'm going to walk you through how to get them. We're going to start highlighting schools across the country. And the coolest thing is we're going to get we're going to generate the social media and the school shout out, and you as the reps get to share it in your neighborhoods. This is what you did. So we are putting together what I call a whole program that will really be amazing. And if that's not enough, guess what? By conference, we are going to be launching the Green Bronx Machine Children's Channel. That's right, Green Bronx Machine Kids. Free videos that support all the lessons that our Department of Education improved. So imagine being able to have children interact with animated animals and an animated version of me online, prepping them for a lesson. This is going to be game-changing. I put up a QR code. The site and the videos have not been put up yet, but they will be live by conference. And it's my goal, literally, to connect everyone around the world with a global network, thousands of teachers, farmers, parents, students, potential partners, literally, because your program is going to thrive in school and you will get the credit. I like to say we are stronger together. So I know there's some confusion for some of you out there about how to access information on the Green Bronx Machine website. I want to walk you through it very quickly. You can go to www.greenbronxmachine.org, type it in, you'll get to the homepage. You'll scroll across the bar. I like to say, look right there above the cheese hat and click. That will take you right to the curriculum page where there is tons of information. You can scroll and hover over what we offer, how it's aligned, where it works, and see tons of teacher testimonials. And for those of you who aren't web savvy, just simply click, cut, and copy and paste into an email to an interested colleague. This is literally a snapshot of an email I sent to James and Sebastian and Katie last week. And it has a link to the impact report, and it's a hyperlink. And I'll get into that. For those of you who know, I don't mean to be teaching down, but for those of you who don't know, a hyperlink takes you directly to the website. You're going to see our impact report. You're going to see our data deck, the exact deck I showed you before. You're going to see 2 great print links. One to Whole Kids Foundation, which is the largest school garden grantor in the country, who loves Green Bronx Machine curriculum, and they talk about our work. They have videos in there that get people excited. And then there's another article written by Food Tank. Food Tank is one of the largest and most respected food farmer advocacy programs in the nation. And they talk about our work and they cite the data. This is the stuff that says, when an administrator sees that, they get excited. So all this will be up on that. How about that new Growers Guild and the Tower Garden site? It'll be put in your hub so you have it. And I've really narrowed down. So many people ask me, what are the 2 best videos to show? One was the Social Innovation Award, because it was all third party. And to think that this humble little program that costs $1,300 for the rest of a school's life can transform schools across the nation, has been recognized for that, is the best third-party validation you can ask for. And then I'm going to close with another video shortly. All of you should have this one-pager, which shows what it is. If not, James has it. He'll get it up on the portal. I'll have it up on Green Bronx Machine. But this is the Whole Kids article. This is the Food Tank article. This is our impact report, and you will literally see it on the website. You can download page by page. It talks about what we're doing, academics, eating habits, behavioral outcomes, what our educational partners around the world say. It has some great third-party validation, whether it's the Yankees, Reverend Al Sharpton, or the mayor of New York City. To me, the most important thing is the data. I couldn't be happier about that. That's what I'm so proud of. Here's the data deck that has every single outcome, and all you got to do is click and load and download it. It's not about me being the best teacher. It's about you empowering teachers to embrace their inner best teacher with a garden right in their class. So if you're talking to teachers, I want to be clear. It's 2 different audiences. Teachers are interesting people. Number one, they love to get attachments. Why do teachers love to get attachments? Because they can print them out at their leisure. They love to get attachments. They love to get handouts, pieces of paper that they can put in their notebook and take it home. Teachers don't have time to look at tons of email during the day. They don't. They're with kids. But if you give them something that is quality, and I'm going to urge you, if you produce materials, don't skimp. Put them together, make them a little distinct. People love the materials that we produce at Green Bronx Machine because they're exciting, they're vibrant, they stand out. And I encourage you to do that. Talking to administrators or principals, the number one thing to do is send a hyperlink. Please, I will tell you, I get thousands of emails a day, and if I have to download attachments and can't remember them, I'm afraid of a virus, I don't know how you labeled it. It will get lost in the sauce. So what do principals prefer? If you're able to get in front of a principal, please come with something that is high quality. Now, high quality does not mean lots of money, but a simple plastic sheath with a spiral binder allows a principal for this to stand in their suitcase, for them to flip in, for them to really, the print is big, the fonts are huge, and for them to see it. Nobody likes a wall of words. So data and pictures work. Something that is simple. And on the last page, and listen, this is the work that we do. On the very last page, just a simple contact. That's all you need. This brochure, this high quality, and this was $1.99. You can get to bind. You can get it done at Staples. It's so much better than a piece of paper that gets crumpled and wrinkled and starts bleeding onto other pieces of paper. So when you give something to a principal, give them something that makes them want to open it. And if you put your best foot forward, the data speaks for itself. I want to show you what I think is perhaps the most powerful sales video that we have to date. And this is a recent video, and I'll tell you how powerful it was after we're over, but it's a 2.5-minute video. And it was literally filmed in high school. It's awesome that so many of you are here, so thank you. Come on in.
I would love to see the Green Bronx machine in every...
Now, that is the executive director of New York City Food Policy Center. If you're a foodie, an educator, an advocate, Charles Plotkin is regularly on CNN and MSNBC. Anybody in our space knows who he is. And what is he saying? He wants to see the Green Bronx machine in every single school in the United States. Let's keep going. This is great.
Single school in the United States and around the world.
This is a program project.
Oh, wow, I went too far. Shame on me. Hold on. It's awesome that so many of you... I want to go there. That's Dr. Betty Rosa, the commissioner of education.
And the excitement is looking at the issue of healthy children in the Bronx in terms of nutrition, but also children that we want them to understand the science of nutrition and also the importance of learning by doing. So Green Bronx Machine really provides many opportunities for our communities and our children.
And we've shown time and time again in research that touching, feeling, tasting, activity, mind and heart together really has an impact.
They address the issue of health and wellness in terms of nutrition, encouraging the sciences, encouraging the reading and writing, and the excitement of learning for our students.
Connecting food to kids at the earliest of ages, and we've done research around this, is so critical. And that early connection helps them to have a different relationship with food that you just can't, push or teach. It has to be hands-on learning.
That's the New York City school chancellor. This is the vice chancellor of the Ritz.
Showing us the way.
We're going to be developing an extensive plan, which is specific to some of the work and how do we share some of the learning from this particular project.
It's about teachers changing lives. Because when you give teachers the support you need and a little autonomy, now more than ever, amazing things happen.
And we'd like to see the Green Bronx machine grow and then expand those programmings to, public housing and other centers, senior centers.
Think of what an opportunity you have if you get this right. And $1,349 to transform a school into perpetuity is the easiest ask of a principal you'll ever do.
Where everybody could take advantage of the connection that food has to the mind, heart, and soul.
And Steve's done a great job.
Now, this guy, you don't know him, but every school principal in America does, because he is the executive director for the Center for Integrated Training and Education. It is the largest teaching certifying and principal certifying body in America. They certify more teachers, and I'm actually going to be working with them to create a Tower Garden kind of certification. But listen to what he has to say.
And I can't say enough. He's done things I couldn't even conceptualize. At this point, how can we support the work? Steve was able to bring the Green Bronx machine into the Bronx, find a space, find what was originally a niche, which is now growing. The way he engages students, the way he engages parents, the way he engages leadership. I mean, he's got leadership statewide here, from the city to the chancellor's office, to the commissioner's office, to the mayor, but it's the actual project, right? It's the work, it's the Green Bronx machine work. It's a project that covers multiple curriculums. So it addresses multiple issues. I also think it's going to be great for teachers.
Understand, when he says that, that's like Michael Jordan saying, buy these sneakers. So let me just leave it there.
So thank you very much for this project. I think it's just tantalizing. I really do. And I know we're going to do meaningful things together.
So to give you some outcome out of what happened out of that meeting, this was filmed on December 9th, 2023. And I am slowly but surely in the past 3 months convincing New York State and federal and state funding to partner towards more than 50 15,000 classrooms in New York State alone. Last week, I sent James a confidential letter that shows how we're getting the funding and how this could be funded by state money and by city money. And the remarkable thing is right now, there is more money in schools than you may ever imagine. Post-COVID, the Recovery Act money, all of that, so that money is sitting there. So schools have money, and $1,300 for a curriculum and $1,300 for a tower garden is not a huge ask. Trust you me. Let me put it in perspective. One teacher textbook alone can cost $500 to $700 for one book. So I want to discuss some frequently asked questions because so many of you sent so many great emails. What does the curriculum include? The bottom line is everything, including me. So you'll get teachers have access. Yesterday, I trained a bunch of teachers and principals, and wouldn't you know, and James can verify because he saw the orders come in today, we wound up selling more tower gardens because they understand that this is a long-term investment with a piece of technology. Is the site licensed for the whole school and all the teachers? Yes. So all the teachers at the school get it. One license, one school. That's great. That means if teachers go to another school, that material comes branded specifically for that school. And guess what? Through our data maintenance system, we have specific links for every single school, and we manage the data. We give them the report. We can give a rep report, and you can walk in and say, wow, wasn't this great? Look at how well you did. Give them a report card. And then you want to sell them a bunch more tower gardens and get it school-wide. Now, can schools or organizations share licenses? No, they cannot. And, school districts don't buy one textbook and make Xerox copies. You can't buy one license and send it to multiple schools. We don't have a way to ensure fidelity and quality of that. And if you do that, literally, you as a rep, as a partner, you're going to be losing money. You're going to be losing money because, number one, you can't trace it if they share it. We can't report it, and you can't go back. There's nothing better than going back with a successful school, a successful curriculum, and say, would you like to buy a class garden? Would you like to put in a commercial farm? Would you like to look at 5 towers in a basement? Right now, we're seeing classroom after classroom get converted to an indoor farm so that schools don't lose capacity in classroom sizes and space to charter schools. So I want to be clear. It's one site per license. Can a district order one license and give it to multiple schools? Most districts know the answer to that is no. It's a great question from all of you, and I want to say thank you for it, but the answer is no. You wouldn't take one tower garden and divide up the 28 net pots and send it to one net pot per classroom. We need to manage this with fidelity. This system was designed to constantly give you multiple bites at the apple. It's not a one sale and done. We want you to sell multiple tower gardens. We want you to build camaraderie and community with schools so that you are the ambassador for your product and the ambassador for successful education, so you get referrals. But sending that license elsewhere, we can't maintain it. There's no way we know. And then can we offer workshops with the curriculum at our farm or organization? And, there are a lot of people, and again, I want to give a big shout out to the field because the field has come up with some great ideas. One of them being renting a garden where they go from school to school to school. But if you have success with a curriculum in a school, they're more likely to come back and buy that garden because they purchased the curriculum. They're vetted. So you're doing yourself a disservice. Don't think one sale. Think 10, but also think quality control. So no, you cannot offer workshops with the curriculum at your farm or organization. And let me be honest, I can go and visit Troy or, a beautiful True Garden farm, and I can sit there and take pictures and talk about it for a day. But that doesn't make me qualified to open up a commercial farm tomorrow. This curriculum represents 2.5 years of research and 1.5 years of testing. So to think that someone would do it overnight, and once you do it and give it to them, they will never come back. And if you don't know how to do it and they don't know how to do it right, it's not worth anybody's time. So please, we understand what we want to do. Believe it or not, I'm hoping to create, in partnership with James and Tower Garden, a Tower Garden University. That's right. That actually has college credits and professional credits for teachers. So you will be authorized. It'll be a great employment badge. And that's the kind of thing that is going to distinguish our product, our service, and our field from every other competitor in the nation. And more importantly, it's going to grow something great. So I believe in belief. I believe in belonging. My mission is to be great with you and grow happy, healthy children. And here you'll see this is a prime example. Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. The kids are running a farm. So one curriculum, they come back and buy it again and again. And the kids are teaching the kids. It's a great success story. So you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start in order to be great. And the bottom line is Lizette and I and James and Katie and Sebastian. And, I'll tell you a story this week. We had someone call corporate office and Janet got on the phone. We were able to get them situated and connect them to a grant in under 48 hours. That's the commitment that we're bringing to you. And, I do want to stress one thing. We have really been pushing the cage in sales of late. And there are a couple of reasons that I really want to recommend the cage and talk about it as it is part of the bundle. Because the cage, number one, it's great to grow beans and peas and cucumbers, but it also creates a little more space in this post-COVID fear and also allows more children to get around it. So it's a great investment in safety and for kids, and they're really loving it. It creates a barrier that allows teachers to actually see what they're doing and be able to get more hands-on. So I am a big advocate of the cage for every single tower. And again, no one could be more proud of the work that we are doing than I am. And I want to thank all of you. And when you think about it, there's a Tower Garden farm at Yankee Stadium that talks about scholastic performance. The Yankees, whether you're a baseball fan or not, are champions. And they understood that this is a serious program and they support the curriculum. So I like to say communities are not born, they are made. This April, for those who remember, will be my 10-year anniversary of working with Tower Garden. I can't wait to write a national column talking about why I love Tower Garden and put it out in the media. And remember, our rising tide lifts all boats. So we play for the team and purpose is your inner light. You have the power to switch it on. I kind of know someone at the power company, and Lizette and I are delighted to help you. I couldn't be more excited to support each and every one of you. I want everyone to realize the most important thing is to be where your feet are. And you're here tonight because you're committed. And whether you are Jeff Roberti, the greatest of all time, or a new time rep, I know that Tower Garden is committed to supporting you. And there's so much great stuff happening. So belief, belonging, believe it or not, if you didn't see the Montel Williams special, it's going to be airing again this fall, right in time for back to school, so we can orchestrate a campaign around that with all the kids' lessons. There are incredible tools on the website. So decide, commit, and succeed. I want each and every one of you to be your own hero. I want to help you be a hero. And I also want to say thank you. So thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you to James. Thank you to Katie. Thank you to Sebastian. Thank you to Janet. Thank you to Lisa. Thank you to everybody who's at the corporate office. And let's do this. This is the joy we are spreading all around the world. Thank you so much. You guys know where to find the information. I'm excited that James is going to post this. I can't wait to see everyone in Phoenix. We'll be there with Leslie the Ladybug, a bunch of new episodes, and happy to help anybody and everybody.
See you next time, students.
Thanks so much. Love you guys.
Thank you very much, Stephen. I am going to do my best to follow that. Before I get into my stuff real quick, there's a couple of questions I wanted to ask you, Stephen, that have come up that I think are good questions. Earlier, when you were showing the binder, can you discuss where those documents can be found so that our partners can create that themselves?
Literally, James, That's the email that I sent to you. I mean, I didn't lie. You got that email last week. I know I will write you a lot, but you have those documents. And if you want, they're on the Green Bronx Machine website. I can literally, all you have to do is go back to this and click over the URL. I don't know if you see me moving my cursor, but you just go to the Green Bronx Machine website and search 2022 impact report or 2022 data deck. All this stuff.
Okay.
My goal is to make sure all of this lives in the hub and those two
Okay.
articles, and that's all you need.
That's perfect. We'll get those links posted in the hub with, clarifying that that's where those documents are to make binders for everyone. The other question, another good question that came up is, let's say a school district. We've got a partner in Texas who does work with a lot of districts, Priscilla Prather. She's asked the question, if the district comes in and wants to buy in mass licenses for several schools, is there an opportunity for a discount or bulk pricing on the curriculum?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me tell you something, districts know, sometimes districts like to bully you guys, but school districts buy lots of stuff. And they know that discounts happen at huge volumes. So, the most important thing is you have a product that is tried and proven, both the Tower Garden and the Green Bronx Machine classroom curriculum. It is a proven thing. So don't be afraid to really pump your chest a little, but back it up with the right kind of data. And I always say it's all in the delivery. I never think price. I always think value. But the most important thing is, if you want to work with a district, the only person who can authorize a district is Lizette and I, because we have to create an individual, and we actually have a data management system. It's not me, it's a program. I'm not going to lie, I'm not that smart, that actually links it to all the schools. So if districts want data, that is great. And believe it or not, that particular rep or partner is probably sitting on a gold mine, because we know the program works, and then it's really easy to go in and sell them a commercial farm down the road, or multiple commercial farms, because they're going to see the impact. And that's exactly what this program was designed to do, built to scale.
Perfect. One last question, then I'll get into mine. We've got a partner who is asking if it's available for Canada, as well as a question about Europe. And I believe in the past you've indicated if it's an IB school. Can you clarify what that is and where outside of the U.S. this curriculum would in fact work?
So any school, so most schools, let's talk about Europe. Canada is a second thing, but the answer is yes, 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 and yes. Most schools internationally, if they are English speaking schools, aligned to either an American standard, an American content standard, or they align to IB. Green Bronx Machine curriculum works for both. Now, remarkably, James, this is something that I forgot to share with you. Many years ago, we wrote a Canada-based curriculum, and I found out, if you remember, when we were working with a company called Loyalty One that got bought out. So we actually have Canadian standards aligned curriculum. It is done. Canadians do things very differently. I love what they do, but the bottom line is we have that, and we actually own the rights to it. So I just have to make sure that we dot our I's and our T's legally, both for Green Bronx Machine and for Tower Garden. And people, please realize this is copyright protected material. So I know you get excited, but we've got to be careful. And the more we protect the integrity of what it is, the better we protect our brand and our product, and you protect your business long term.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much. So Canada is pause. Coming back, we'll probably have something here very soon. Same with homeschoolers as well. We're going to work.
Yeah, homeschoolers. I'm going to put out an open call for homeschoolers as soon as school gets out. I want to benefit from your expertise. I got on a phone call with people who manage a network of 30,000 homeschool communities, and we're going to pick apart what they want, what they don't want, and how to make it applicable. And my promise, James, to you, and James and I spoke about this earlier before the call, I will get a draft letter to introduce this curriculum for teachers and a draft letter for principals. It will be available by conference. Look at that curtain call. Magnificent. I feel like I should stand up and take a bow.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna take over real quick and close this out with some more details about what's in the Flex. So the Flex offering on the Tower Garden side. So I think obviously what Stephen does, the Green Bronx Machine, and the work he's doing is amazing. I'm obviously very passionate about Tower Garden. I think it's one of the most accessible and cost-effective ways people can have healthy, nutritious food themselves, and put those together. And I think we are absolutely ready to take flight. So here's what comes in the Green Bronx machine offering. All right, this is the Flex offering. So it's a Flex plus the LEDs, and you can see the prices individually for those. It also includes the support cage, and he mentioned why we want the support cage on there and why he prefers it on there. It creates that natural barrier. And one of the reasons we prefer the Flex over the home is that flat writing surface area that exists. Kids
Less
naturally
work for
are gonna
teachers.
lean down and write on it, and it works better in that regard. The next thing is an extension kit, and this is important. When you start looking at classroom sizes, 20 planning ports is probably not enough for a typical classroom size. 28, you're probably covered so that each student can have their own plant port. So that's why the extension kit's included. Dolly gives them the flexibility to move it around from different classes or different places in the school. I know my daughter's school has one in the cafeteria. So put it on dollies and it can roll around and get to multiple places. Gallon nutrients. That is of course important because we want schools to have enough to last the full school year. The next thing that's included is extra rock wool, and finally extra net pots. Yeah, we know those net pots are somewhat disposable and you can go through them, so there's extra net pots. Now, if you total all of that up, it comes up to $13.85, which is what the price is for this offering. And like the Shazam guy or the Whammy guy or ShamWow, whatever his name is, but wait, there's more. There's extra seeds, and I will tell you right now, the only way to get extra seeds is by this offering here. We don't really have any way we do extra seeds outside of the seed starter kit. So this is a unique way to get that. It also includes, again, extra rock wool and net pots. So those are included for free. Now, the big advantage in purchasing it this way, you could buy all of that individually or sell that to a school, all of that individually. The big advantage is that we pack all of this in 5 boxes. So the only way to get it in 5 boxes versus 10 showing up to a school with FedEx maybe delivering it over multiple days is to buy the Green Bronx Machine Flex offering. Now,
Give that man a cheese hat.
what's it? Yes. And by packaging this this way, it's enabled us to save some on the shipping. And what we're doing with those savings is giving a $50 donation to Green Bronx Machine for every one of these we sell. So I think it's an awesome pitch when you're talking to a teacher or school. You can mention Green Bronx Machine, that this is done in partnership with them, and it helps them continue to do the amazing work they do in areas that simply don't have the resources that some of where my kids go to school have. So really excited about this. I want to clarify that the curriculum, this is the price on the curriculum. And for you as partners, there is a bonus sales profit of $150 on the curriculum. Now, in truth, this isn't us. I mean, we're paying you. It'll come from Juice Plus, but this is honestly coming from Stephen Ritz and Green Bronx Machine. Rather than discount his curriculum, he's offering it to you as partners who are going out there doing this work, getting it out there. And so that's why there's no PD. It's not really a part of our system. We're just going to pass along a little bit. We're going to pass along 150 to you, and then the balance goes to Stephen Ritz for his curriculum. So
it goes to Green Bronx Machine, not to me. Yeah. It goes to Green Bronx Machine.
Yeah. Very good point. Very good. Well, Stephen, you are Green Bronx Machine. So when I say you, I mean Green Bronx Machine.
No, it's helping feed the community. You know, it's one thing if it was going to me, I'd take it and spend it all on my wife, but you're really helping us to give it to schools and communities and do things for children that otherwise couldn't do for themselves. And that's a great story too. That's why I couldn't be more honored. And that's why I'm so proud of this entire relationship.
Yep.
And for all of you who have supported us for so long.
I'm going to say this on this because you get the folks of you, those of you that are on this call are going to get a sneak peek of something we're going to roll out. My plan is to roll out this Flex offering on the website on towergarden.com, and then we're going to be able to donate. If an individual at home wants to buy this entire package, we'll donate $50 to Green Bronx Machine there too. So I'm really excited that we're just further cementing this partnership with Green Bronx Machine. You know, I don't want to commit to a timeline. Sebastian and Katie are probably in the background screaming right now at me for doing this, but I really want to do this. So give us a few weeks. We'll figure out, we'll get it on the website and make it available to everyone. So next thing, here's the FAQs. This is also in the hub. And I know there's been some confusion because when we say things like Green Bronx Machine School Bundle and curriculum, you think they come together. There's a lot of towers in schools already. And so you can get the curriculum for those towers separately. This is not a button. You do not have to purchase them together. You can buy the flex offering or sell the flex offering, and you can also sell the curriculum separately. What we will probably do is go back and make an edit on this and get rid of the total price so that it doesn't look like you have to purchase them together. They can be sold separately to the schools. And that's really, I think, more important for those schools that already have towers and don't need another tower. Let's get that curriculum in their hands.
Need another tower yet.
Yes. And so this document is also available in the hub. Here is that chart again. That is, all of this is available in the hub. This just breaks down what comes with each of these offerings that you might be presenting to a teacher or to a principal, and it's got checks for what all is included and the prices here. And then finally, here's the order form. This is the new order form. We've added a couple of things. So if there's a school that already has a home, we've got the home support cage on here now. And then we've got the Green Bronx Machine bundle right here where it says excluding curriculum. The curriculum is down here. So you can see that they are in fact separate. They're not included together. And again, that's just because we know there's a ton of towers already in schools. And I think the missing piece would be the curriculum. The important information is going to be right here where you put in that school teacher email, because that's what we will in turn communicate to Green Bronx Machine so that they can email out the curriculum link to the teachers. If you have any questions, email us at schools@towergarden.com. Lisa Rutherford handles all of our school orders, and we've got a few backups here and there. She's actually on vacation right now, but she does an amazing job handling those orders for schools, and we can answer any questions you might have. I think we only have about 2 minutes left. Katie, were there any other questions we needed to address? Yeah, I'm a guy, I don't multitask well, so I couldn't look while I'm talking. I don't function that well.
No, we're looking pretty good, other than the question of the curriculums in Europe. That hasn't been cleared out yet. Everything else? Oh, wait.
If they're teaching in English in Europe, we're happy to accommodate them. If it's an American school or an international baccalaureate school, the answer is yes, yes, yes. James is privy to some of the work that we're doing in Amsterdam right now. So we're getting it done. We have schools in Germany. We have schools in England. We have schools in France. These are American language schools that teach to American standards, largely for expats who are overseas. So we get it done.
Perfect. There's one other question there. I see another question about that call on March 20th. I'm unaware of a call on March 20th. There may be some confusion there. What that is the launch. The March 20th is when we're launching the Growers Guild Facebook group. So it's not a call associated with that, but that's where we're going live with a corporate support Facebook group to help answer customer questions and create a community with our customers that's corporate led and corporate sanctioned. All right, I think, let's see, let me just take a look. So there's a Tower Garden workshop on the 20th. I'm unaware that may be a partner-led workshop, but I'm not sure about it. I'll find out. Let's see, anything else? So, okay, there, I see the question here. I want to clarify something. Becky's asking, what is the difference between the free, and uses the word curriculum, versus Stephen Ritz's Green Bronx Machine curriculum? What we have on our website is not curriculum. Curriculum has to be certified and approved and adhere to certain standards. What we have on our website are lesson plan supplements. And there are situations where a teacher like, for example, Stephen Ritz himself, when he started, there wasn't a curriculum, but he was passionate He could take those lesson plans and layer it into existing curriculum. But I really think the advantage of what Green Bronx Machine curriculum has is that data that can then measure and show the impact that this program has on the students of the school. That's the big difference. There's no data tie-in with the lesson plans that are available on our website. I do a good job of delineating those two, Stephen.
Yeah, that's a great start, James, for sure. Long made short. You can do whole school all day with Green Bronx Machine curriculum. It uses the Tower Garden as the tool to accomplish academic goals. Now, the supplemental support lesson plans that are on the Tower Garden site are great. They give teachers activities to do and ways to look at those activities using a Tower Garden. I took it one step further and decided to use a Tower Garden as the point of entry for everything that you do in school. And it can go all year long, all day long, and principals love it. You can actually measure what the children are learning. You're just using a Tower Garden.
Perfect.
The stuff on the Tower Garden website, though, is great. It's great, but there's not enough of it if you wanted to do it each and every day or to really measure outcomes.
Exactly. I completely agree with that. That is it. Everyone, if you would not mind, throw some hearts in there for reactions. Really want to thank you, Stephen, for taking the time tonight. Appreciate it. I am so excited about this partnership and deepening our relationship with you and Green Bronx Machine, and really looking forward to honestly taking over the schools with Tower Garden. Like just
everyone give me a lot of hearts. Hold on. I want to get a lot of hearts. I'm going to take a picture. Perfect. Love it. Wait, let me get James in there smiling. The last time people said he wasn't smiling. Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to see everybody at conference.